What's going on, everybody? My name is Repvile. Today we're going to be showcasing some Unreal Tournament for the Sega Dreamcast. So one of my absolute favorite games was released for the PC in 1998, and that was the original Unreal. And unfortunately, that game never made it to any of the consoles. But luckily for us, Unreal Tournament was ported to the Dreamcast and the PlayStation 2. Although both of those ports are kind of watered down a little bit, but they're both great ports. Let's just take a look at practice mode for a minute. So all the main modes are here: Deathmatch, Team Deathmatch, Domination, Capture the Flag. Now one thing you guys will notice maybe is that the Assault mode is missing. Unfortunately, the Assault didn't make it to the Dreamcast version, but oddly enough it did make it to the PlayStation 2 port. I'm going to click Resume Game here and it's going to read a save that I have on my memory card. Alright, what mode should we pick here? How about I show you the View Trophies? That, all that is going to go into a little showcase. Any trophies you've earned from the single player campaign, it's gonna show those off. If you have ever played the original Unreal for the PC, at the beginning of the game it does like a flyby that show off the graphics, and it's pretty much what this is, just another variation on it. So I am running this through the VGA cables instead of the composite cables, so it is going to look a little bit better. Doesn't look quite as good as the original Unreal on the PC does. That one I think stands up a little bit better, you know, graphics wise, but it still looks pretty decent. And as you can see, I do have all the trophies unlocked here. I went through all the modes and completed those. That is enough of that. Let's get into some gameplay. But we play some Capture the Flag. So Capture the Flag, this is probably what most of us played when Unreal was in its heyday. Team Deathmatch too, but I'd say Capture the Flag got the most gameplay. I don't know the exact count, but there's right around 60 maps for the Dreamcast port here. And 2 of those are specific only to the Dreamcast. Now all those maps aren't available to every game mode, some are specific to each game mode. Now the max player count including bots is going to be 8 players. That's going to depend on the map you pick and which game mode you pick. I'm just looking for a decent map here to play. Face or Face 2? Let's go with Face. That's a pretty classic Unreal map. Here's another odd difference between the Dreamcast port and the PC. You're only going to get male players here. The female characters have been taken away. And any non-human players are gone too, so unfortunately there's no Nolly War Cow. Let's go ahead and go with Malcolm, who, ironically enough, some younger players have accused of ripping off Marcus from Gears of War. So as you can see here, I can only pump up the bots to 5, so the max number of players on this map is 6 players. Would have been nice to be able to get more. That's probably due to hardware limitations, I guess. There's a number of things that they've had to tweak for this version. I think they may have had to change some of the artwork also in here. You might also notice some of the water effects are missing. Stuff like dynamic lighting. I think even some of the reflective effects are either gone or been changed. Mistakes were made. About to grab this flag here. All in all, the Dreamcast does play this game pretty good. I really wish that they would have ported the original game over. I see how well it does here. I really think it would have ran okay on the Dreamcast. It's unfortunate that it never made it to any consoles. So one word of caution, and that has to do with the controls. I used to have a lot of people over, and we would play Unreal Tournament and Quake 3 on the Dreamcast. And the major complaint about this game was how it controlled, and that is due to everybody being used to the PlayStation 2 controller. So obviously the Dreamcast doesn't have 2 analog joysticks. So movement is controlled with the colored buttons on the right hand side, which would be like A, B, Y, X. Now that threw a lot of people off. They just could never get quite used to that. And I can kind of understand that because you're effectively playing as a southpaw at that point. But it was great for me, and honestly I think the Dreamcast is probably the reason I still play as a southpaw, even though I'm right-handed. It kind of ruined me, I guess. It's hard for me to go and play with a right-handed control scheme now. There we go, Deck 16, another classic Unreal map. So all the original weapons are in-game, including the Redeemer. I only bring that up because on the original Xbox, they had Unreal Championship, and they removed the Redeemer from that game, which is really baffling. Alright, let's do this. So, as you'll see with the sniper rifle, there is a bit of an auto aim. All you have to do is get kind of close with it. That's how it is for most weapons. The aiming in this version is a little wonky. Now you can use a mouse and keyboard in this game, and if you have 2 players, you can have 2 people using a mouse and keyboard, but it's going to fill up all 4 of your control slots. There's also support for the Mad Catz Panther controller, and you've probably never seen it. I used to have one a long time ago. It was a really bizarre controller. It was like half flight stick and half trackball, and it was really hard to get used to. A lot of people liked it. I did not. Oh man. Trying to use that lock-on feature. And just like the PC port, there are secondary fire modes for most of the weapons. Lock this guy on. He's just gonna stand here and let me do it. So aside from the Redeemer, the rocket launcher is damn near unbeatable. Alright, let's show off some Domination. So in Domination, there's going to be a series of zones, and you're going to run in. The zone will change color depending on what team touched it, and whoever controls the most zones for the longest wins the game. Now, Domination is a fun mode. I kind of wish they would have left Assault in here instead, but that's just my preference. I used to have a lot of fun playing Assault. For those unfamiliar with Assault, basically you had a series of objectives you had to complete in a sequence. So, for instance, you had to turn off the power, then you had to get through the gate, and then reach a control panel or something. Haha! Dual wield. You know I'm with that rocket launcher. Alright, so here's one of the nodes you have to control. See how it changed color when I walked into it? Come on, baby. Bring your friends. Oh my god, I love this rocket launcher. So satisfying. I just love how they explode into a million pieces. Chunks of bodies. You know, I feel like this is all but forgotten, man. This is like a forgotten franchise. I think it's about due for some type of resurrection. I would love to see a remake of the original Unreal. Even the original Unreal had some decent multiplayer maps. The maps weren't good as Unreal Tournament, but they were pretty good, man. They could hold their own. I've tweeted Epic a few times. I never get any response about any type of remake. We can dream, though. Now, there are 2 maps that only appeared on the Sega Dreamcast. This is one of them, Megaplex. I'll show you the other one in just a minute. They're not bad, actually. They're pretty decent maps. Now, these maps were meant for SegaNet subscribers. That was the Sega Dreamcast online network. Now, obviously, SegaNet's long gone, but you can still unlock the maps. with a neat little trick. Oh, the old Ripper. Now this was a beast of a weapon, man. You could shoot this thing around corners and it would bounce around a bunch of times. And the secondary fire would leave like a little explosion when it hit. Alright, so this is the second map available to SegaNet subscribers. This is Outskirts. And it does resemble Megaplex a lot. It has that same like warehouse look to it. Come on, man. Jesus, what am I doing? Yeah, that'll do it. Oh, I love this rocket launcher. Alright, now I'm going to show you how to unlock these two maps. From the main menu, we want to go to Network. So basically, we're just going to name an account number 2, and for the login name, you're going to use admin at SegaNet. And for the password, you're going to spell SegaNet backwards. You can put anything in there for the area code. Leave the phone number blank and leave the DNS entries blank. And that's how you unlock the two maps. And here's a little nostalgic throwback I'm about to show you. Let's check out the home page. Oh man, how did we ever live through this? It does load pretty slow. And obviously I'm not connected to the network with the Dreamcast. Although there is a way to do it with a Raspberry Pi now. I haven't tried that yet. That is something I want to look into. I'd like to play some Unreal Tournament, some Alien Front Online someday. But for now, you know, I'm having fun playing bot matches. So, you can find this game pretty cheap still. I do recommend picking it up if you can find a nice copy of it. It's a lot of fun still if you have a couple people over. And even if you don't, it's still pretty fun to play bot matches. Well, if you're still here, thank you guys for watching the video. Hope you enjoyed it. Hey, if there's a Dreamcast game out there you want to see me showcase, let me know. I'll see if I have it and maybe I'll put a video of it up. And make sure you check out a couple of these videos that you're seeing right here on the screen. Alright guys, see ya!